My simple question is, are you ready in 2022 election? Who is your president, Lenny or Marcos? Who should we vote for a president, Bongbong Marcos or Lenny Robredo? Of course, the first thing that will come into mind is the controversies and fake news about these two that are being spread in the public. There are those who say things to give certain candidates a bad reputation. Who is your truthful one? Who should we vote for as president? Are you sure the candidate that you have chosen will be worthy? Will be worthy to sit in Malacanang? Do you know their values, their views and plans for our country, for the future of our country? Do you think they deserve President of the Philippines? In one question again, do you really know who Lenny Robredo is? Do you fully know what kind of person Bongbong Marcos is? Are you just voting because you have to? It is most likely that people would ask you, dilawan ka ba? We all know when someone says this, we instantly think that they are talking about the family of Aquino. It is also possible that one might ask you, are you Marcoses? Meaning you are in support of Marcoses. Mostly, you would hear people saying we should vote for Lenny as president. They don't want Marcos to win because of extreme violence that his father, Ferdinand E. Marcos, did during the martial law, and the reason why so many Filipino died during his regime. They always preach never again because they do not want the violence that happened during martial law to repeat again. But have you asked yourself why there are also a lot of people who dislike Lenny Robredo? It's possible you might think that is true, that Lenny is a loyal asset of Aquino family. According to the research I have made about the relationship of these two groups, the truth is our former President Benigno Aquino III speech at the meeting with local leaders and the community in Tarlac, in Maria Cristina Freedom Park, Provincial Capital Grounds, Tarlac City, Tarlac on April 11, 2016. The whole meeting, the former President Benigno Aquino discussed the difference between their party and the Marcoses. The former president favored Lenny Robredo to have the higher position in the government. Lenny agreed to the statement that she would indeed want to be president, and because of this, the Filipinos who support the Aquino family gave their support to Lenny. This big statement is biased, has an unequal view, he is prejudiced, and the most of all, one-sided. Lenny Robredo is known to most as a communist because of her anger towards the Marcos family and because of the system and laws that were implemented during the martial law. That's why Lenny sought to run for president so she could run against Bongbong Marcos. She wanted to win not for the country, but because she want Marcos lose to the election. It is vastly different from the attitude of Marcos, or known as Bongbong, the son of the well-known and respectable Ferdinand E. Marcos, the only president of the Philippines that was brave enough to face of the threat of violence. Ferdinand Bongbong Romualdez Marcos Jr., born September 13, 1957, is a Philippine politician who served as senator from 2010 to 2016. He is the second and only male child of the dictator Ferdinand E. Marcos and the kleptocrat and former First Lady Imelda Romualdez Marcos. After his fathers died, his family faced a lot of cases. Fortunately, it turns out these are also just lies, and this is why they were found not guilty. His career as a politician began when he was only 23 years old, when he became the vice governor of Ilocos Norte. Their father political profile lies it meaning in the Marcos children, especially Bongbong and Amy Marcos, who are integral to the Marcos propaganda machine. Bongbong was punished into being a politician when he was 23 years old and has a big potential to follow the step of his father in becoming the President of the Philippines. This was fulfilled when he released a statement about running as president in 2022 election. This is what he said. Marcos said, "I am today announcing my intention to run for the presidency of the Philippines in the upcoming May 2022 election. I will bring that form of unifying leaders back to our country. Hangad kong ibalik ang mapagkaisang paglilingkod na magbubuklod sa ating bansa. It is of great enlightenment that the son of the brave president of the past will come to make the Philippines as a united nation, and together we will rise from the collapse in poverty."